Hey everyone, Alicia here, back with another lightened up, Weight Watcher friendly dessert. Today I'm going to be making a slow cooker berry peach cobbler. I am currently going through kind of a spring freezer pantry clean out, and I've got some berries and some peaches that I want to get used up. So that's why I'm making this, and I thought I would just take you guys along with me, show you how I do it. It's very, very simple. And you can do this with any type of fruit that you want. I am just today using the berries and peaches because that's what I've got on hand and that is what I want to use up. But let me jump into ingredients real quick and I'll show you what you're gonna need to make this. So first off, I'm gonna be using 4 cups of this triple berry blend, this frozen triple berry blend. And then I've got a quart of my homemade canned peaches here, which after you drain this, it ends up being about 3.5 cups. So you're gonna want about 3 cups of peaches. Now I do have a video on how I can these. I'll link that up above and down below if you wanna check that out. The only difference between that video and how I do it now is I no longer use sugar. I used to do a really light sugar syrup with my peaches. Now I don't do any sugar at all. But like I said, 3.5 cups of peaches. You can use whatever type of fruit you want. You can do any type of combo. You can do all of one, whatever you want to do. Just kind of make this your own. I have used fresh, frozen, canned, all of the above, all different types of fruits in this cobbler, and it works, or they all work really well is what I'm trying to say. So you don't have to use the combo I'm using today, but what you're looking for is about 7 to 8 cups of fruit total. For sweeteners today, I'm gonna be using all Lakanto products. You can use whatever type of no calorie, no points sweetener that you like. Lakanto is just my favorite. I've used so many of them, but this is by far my favorite. I think it tastes the most like regular sugar, and it just works really well in all the different things that I've used. So I'm gonna be using 5 tablespoons of this today, 4 for my fruit, and then a tablespoon for the topping that I'm gonna be using on this. And then back here I've got the golden. I'm gonna be using a 1/4 cup of that for the filling. And then the powdered, I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons for the batter or the cobbler topping in this. I'm also going to be using 3/4 cup unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And then here I've got some self-rising flour. I'm going to be using a cup of that. And then my favorite butter spread. I'm going to be using 5 tablespoons of this, 4 for the filling, and then 1 for the cobbler topping, and you're gonna want all of that melted. Back here I've got some cinnamon. Gonna be using a teaspoon in the filling and a 1/2 teaspoon in the topping. I'm gonna be using just a little bit of this lemon juice, about a teaspoon for the filling, and then some vanilla extract, and that is for the filling, a teaspoon, and then the cobbler topping, also a teaspoon. And I almost forgot my cornstarch. I'm gonna be using a tablespoon of that for the filling, just to kind of thicken it just a little bit. But that is everything. Let me get this started. So in my crock pot here, which is 6 quarts by the way, I'm gonna add in my drained peaches and my berries, and I went ahead and bumped my berries up to 5 cups, just because I wanted a little extra fruit, plus I'm trying to get rid of those berries. So I used 5 and 3 for a total of 8 cups. Now I'm gonna sprinkle on my 1/4 cup Lakanto Classic, my 1/4 cup Lakanto Brown, tablespoon cornstarch, teaspoon cinnamon, teaspoon lemon juice, and then finally a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then I'm gonna just stir all of that together. I had my Brumble & Brown melting in the microwave and I almost forgot to add it in here, but there's 4 tablespoons of that. I'm gonna just stir that in real quick. That looks good, so now I'm gonna work on the topping. In a medium bowl, I'm gonna add in my cup of self-rising flour and my 2 tablespoons of that Lakanto powdered, and I'm gonna just mix that together. Now I'm gonna add in my 3/4 cup almond milk, tablespoon melted Brumble & Brown, teaspoon vanilla, Then I'm gonna whisk all that together. That looks good. And then for my topping real quick here in this little container, I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of that Lakanto Classic and a half teaspoon cinnamon. And then I'm gonna put my lid on and shake this up really well. You can also just stir it, but I find this works really well with the little lid and just shaking it. And there's that. So now we're gonna put the rest of this together. Now I'm going to evenly pour, or try to evenly pour, my batter on top of my fruit. Then I'm gonna just kind of spread that around, try to cover most of the top. And now I'm gonna sprinkle my cinnamon sugar mixture on top. I put the lid on this, I'm gonna set it to high, and this is gonna take about 2 hours to cook, but I will be back once it is done. I let this cook for 2 hours exactly. And again, that was on high, and it is done. It is smelling amazing. So I'm gonna turn the heat off on this, and I'm gonna let it cool just a little bit before I get a serving out. I've got a serving of this, which I just have factored as 1/6 of the total, and that's definitely over a cup worth, I would say. It's a pretty good size serving. And that is 4 points. I'll have my hubby give it a try. See what he thinks of it.
This was like my favorite kind of dessert as a kid, was a cobbler.
Mm-hmm. Cobbler's pretty good. Hard to beat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Chasing the ball there.
Yeah, I mean, if you like berries and the peaches mixed in there are nice, that adds just a different level of flavor.
Yeah, kind of a different little combo.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good. I don't know how anybody wouldn't like that, yeah. And the points, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because that, again, is a pretty good size serving.
Mm-hmm.
1/6 of that total, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was triple berry, in this case, peach cobbler, done in the Crock-Pot. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, as always, for watching, and we will see you on the next one.